What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Bourbon Bums review. Today, I have a very interesting and unique bottle from Smoke Wagon Distilling Company. Um, I first had this at Jason's house. Shout out HBIC once again. After a week of doing Christmas reviews in December, we did a bunch of fancy bourbons out at his basement, the Bum Cave. And then randomly, he's like, "Oh yeah, I also got this. Try this." And it was Smoke Wagon's Malted Rye. Smoke Wagon Malted Rye, 59.78 alcohol by volume. That goes to 119 proof. Quick math, 119 proof rye. The mash bill, super unique. 51% rye, 49% malted barley. Uh, and from doing all of those reviews at Jason's house. And I feel like just in general, the last couple months, we've been getting more into the content game. We've been doing a lot more reviews. A lot of the times I talk about like the double barrel, double age, or double oaked products. Um, or now a lot of wine finishes, like every company is coming out with a wine finished bourbon or rye. Um, this came out of left field, so it's a malted barley and, rye. It's really unique. It smells unlike anything really I've ever had. It's really interesting. So it's like there's some classic rye notes still, black pepper, and I get lemongrass, and then I get, like, cilantro, um, which I usually never get. And then like Irish soda bread. Shout out Chris McNally, one of my good friends. St. Patrick Day is coming up. Irish soda bread's popular around the Chicagoland area. I get like a soda bread note to this. That's probably from the malted barley. Really interesting. So yeah, here goes the taste. 51% rye. You still get black pepper to start with. You get black pepper, and then it kind of takes you on a journey. I get like a super sweet, sugary note to it, almost like a flavorless cotton candy, like that when you just get like sugar, granulated sugar, or like a sweetness to it. I get a lot of that. Um, and then I saw a review with ADHD whiskey where he called this like ginger ale or like a ginger ale whiskey. Um, I don't get that, but when I had it at Jason's house, I told him immediately it reminded me um, of like a flat 7 Up or flat Sprite, in a 2-liter bottle that maybe you leave out on a counter after a party and it goes flat. And it sounds weird. I like that kind of flavor. I like flat pop. Um, there's something to it like that. Um, so yeah, really unique. I found it in the Chicagoland area, right around 75. It retails 75 to 80 bucks. This is batch 2C, bottled in October of 2022. Yeah, so Smoke Wagon Company, shout out Eric Chepnick. If you guys follow him on Instagram, he is an awesome follow. You learn a lot about what not only Smoke Wagon's doing, but just a lot of really good whiskey content from his Instagram page. It's a Las Vegas company. They basically contract distill from MGP. Shout out MGP once again. I feel like I talk about them all the time, but so MGP is now known as Rassam Squid, but I keep calling them MGP just like I still call it Comiskey. And so they get their source from Indiana. So they get their juice from Indiana. They take it and age it in Nevada in like the heat in the desert. He blends most of his product. This is not blended, so this is just a straight rye whiskey. But they're doing some really unique things. Originally, I really liked Smoke Wagon's on kind of unfiltered line. They were really good for a long time. I feel like they started their quality kind of ticked down a little bit now that when they started releasing, like they release it all the time, but still very good value. Their standard small batch product also, excuse me, also very good. Man, this finish, uh, I should mention it. It's really long, really complex. I usually don't get, especially for like a $70 bottle like that. I've only gotten it a few times where you just get the tingles. You get the tingle all over the back of your mouth, the tongue, into your gums. That's usually reserved for like a really high quality bourbon. I usually get it from my Willet Purple Top. I've had it on. I get the tingles from some George C. Staggs that I've had in the past. So it's usually I usually don't get that feeling. This is giving me that, and it's a really long finish. So I can't recommend it enough. If I'm so this is gonna be weird. I just went on 6 minutes talking about how much I like it. In the long run, I gave it a B minus, so like a 82 out of 100. That seems like a low grade, but it's really unique. It's really unlike anything I've had before. So credit once again to Jason. It just came out of nowhere. The day I had it, we had like Russell's 13. We had a bunch of Michter's products and a bunch of his allocated whiskey. And then right at the end, he's like, "Oh yeah, try this too." And I was like, "Whoa!" It is unlike any of that. So if you guys see it, I recommend you having it. It's not like an everyday sipper. It's not going to be something that I drink on a weekly basis or even monthly basis. But every so often, when you're tired of the double oak product, or you're just tired of the port finished or wine finished stuff, and you're looking for something a little bit different, this is something that you could reach for, and it'll always be around. I've seen it all over the Chicagoland area. So yeah, cheers, thanks. That's another Whiskey Wednesday Bourbon Bums review. We'll be back Monday for the Bumcast, and then we also have some more stuff. I keep teasing the Whiskey at Kaminsky stuff. We're gonna have some news about that, some giveaways, some new merch, a lot of things happening in the spring for both the White Sox and our Bourbon Bums and Whiskey at Kaminsky line. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you guys later. Cheers.